To the greater Dixon area.
And the country. We are WDKN Dixon.
And 101.5 W268B in Dixon.
Your country. Where can you get information on the latest news and events in Dixon County? Right here on Know Your County on WDKN 1260 AM and 101.5 The 1FM. Know Your County keeps you informed about events that matter to you. Now, here is your host for today's Know Your County.
And good morning. Welcome to Know Your County this morning. It is the 12th day of August 2017. I'm Alex Spann. I'm your host. It's good to be back with you for this half hour. Just a few quick announcements before we get into our show this morning. If you're hungry for breakfast, head on out to Colton's Steakhouse from 8 a.m., so it's just kicking off until 10, and support the Hampton High School Alumni Association and their pancake breakfast. It's only $5 per person. All the funds raised will benefit the Hampton High School Alumni Association Scholarship Fund. That's a great scholarship fund to remember Hampton High School. And speaking of Hampton High School, everyone is invited to the Hampton Association annual reunion. That's coming up next Saturday, the 17th day of August at the Tensco Community Center. The speaker for this year's event will be Dixon County native Mr. Dante Kevin Geis, a recent graduate of Dixon County High School, who's made quite a name for himself. The doors will open for that event at 5:30, the program beginning at 6. Tickets in advance are $25 and are $30 at the door. And also coming up in 2 weeks from today, will be the 12th annual Taste event of Dixon County, benefiting the United Way of Dixon County. That's Taste of Dixon County Food and Wine at Montgomery Bell State Park Convention Center. Serving time is at 6 o'clock. Will run till 8 o'clock. The silent auction will begin at 5:30. Adults and children 12 and older are $25. Children 6 to 11 are $12. And for those 5 and under, just make a donation. Tickets are available at the door. And you can contact the United Way office, Ms. Betty Amy, who's the director of that organization, for more information. Go out that day and support. Taste samples of specialty foods from popular Dixon restaurants, caterers, and eateries. Meet some of the agencies that the United Way benefits. So that's always a fun event, lots of great food, and if you need to try out something, it's a great way to try out lots of food and support a great cause. Now let's jump into our show this morning after those announcements. One of my favorite subjects we'll talk about this morning, we're going to talk a little bit about some bowling. I've enjoyed bowling since I could walk, or before really, back in the day when you kept score by hand. My grandmother would keep score for her sisters and the league that they bowled on, and of course she was my babysitter, so off I went to the bowling alley at 6 weeks old when Mom went back to work, and I've been there ever since. So we're going to talk about National Bowling Day and some of the events, but specifically we're going to talk with the owner and manager of Thunder Alley down on Highway 46, Miss Geri Coshatt. Geri, morning.
Good morning.
How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you?
It's bright and early still, but I'm awake. So Geri, before we get started, tell us a bit about yourself. Before we get into the bowling aspect of it, where you born and raised, how long you've been involved in bowling, and kind of a little bit of your history, and then we'll get into Thunder Alley specifics.
Okay, me and my husband, Geri Coshatt, we met down in Birmingham, Alabama, down in 1987. And
Shailen, your age.
Yeah, I know.
You're only 13 or 14.
Yes. So we went to school together, worked in a bowling center together, and so we moved up here to Dixon, Tennessee in 1994. Of course, we still stayed in the bowling. And then when Thunder Alley came, we offered to help, put that together in 2002. And so we've worked there on and off, and then finally got a chance to buy the center last year.
So it's been an exciting last year.
Oh, yes.
Of course, it's a family venture for you all. Of course, you're there every day.
Right.
Brady's, as he says, is the one behind the scenes. I think his term was the grumpy one behind the scenes.
Right.
That was his term. So.
He's there full time as well now.
Is he really?
Uh-huh.
So, of course, you've got
3 kids.
3 children.
And 2 grandkids.
They all bowl?
They have all bowled, yes. They used to compete a lot. They don't do that so much anymore, but they're still there every day.
Your son just did an honor school.
My son just bowled his first 800 series a few weeks ago. Very proud of him.
800 out of 900, not too shabby.
That's right.
It's not something you see very often.
That's right.
So let's talk a little bit about, we'll talk the first half about Thunder Alley and some of the things that you all are implementing into the center now that it's yours to run, and not just as an employee, but now as the owners of it. And then after the break, we'll talk about National Bowling Day and kind of jump from there. So you all have owned it for at least a little over a year now?
We took over in July of last year.
Does it seem like it's been that long?
Yes, we've worked hard every day from open to close.
So
from that day.
let's kind of talk about some of the changes that you've made. Of course, the bowling center is a bowling center. You have 24 lanes, which is pretty typical size for this area.
Yes.
Some bigger, some smaller, depending on where you're at. But one of the things that you all really wanted to push was making it family friendly.
Yes.
And so you've done. What were some of the first things you did to reinvent or reinvigorate that?
The first thing we did was add the toddler center, our playroom. It's down on the end of the bowling center next to lane 24. It is for kids 50 inches and under. There's things to slide, things to climb. We have an activity floor, and it's just a nice place for kids to hang out, and parents can hang out while their kids are playing in a safe area.
And I guess one of the things that you need to make mention of is you don't have to bowl to come utilize that center. You
Oh,
have to,
right.
you have to pay to use it.
Right.
But it's not just after you bowl.
And that was one thing we wanted to add. Little ones, under 3 really don't enjoy bowling. It's just not that much fun for them. So that's why we wanted to have something else for them to do as well.
So over the past 9 to 12 months, as that's been utilized, exceeded your expectations when you put it in?
Oh yes, everybody loves it. We get people to come in there just for that, and then maybe when they get through, they'll also go bowling. Or sometimes, the older kids will bowl while the younger kids are playing in the playroom.
Use the snack bar or play games, so it's a ripple effect.
Yes.
And you've also, what else? You've tried to reinvent the league, shall we say? Is that
we're trying to get some family leagues also. We got a family doubles league starting at the end of this month on Monday nights. Then we have a no-tap trio on Monday nights. That'll start next month. A lot of our leagues are family friendly. We have a competitive league on Tuesday nights. But other than that, families can bowl in all of our leagues.
Yeah, and we'll talk a little bit more about some of that terminology that you use for somebody that may enjoy it, but go, what the heck is she talking about? So we'll talk about that. But one other big addition that's coming is it's still being built up. But
Right.
Tell us what's going to be the next
We're
big
getting
addition.
electric go-karts. They will be finished hopefully mid to late September. I'm sure everyone that's come in have noticed the mess that we've made. But they're well on their way.
So that's where it's been the mini golf, it's been the batting cages, all that's now gone now.
Right, it's all gone.
But
We do still get phone calls about, the stuff that used to be there. Do y'all still have the mini golf? Do y'all still have the inflatables? No, those have been gone for a while now.
but the electric go-karts are going to be a lot of fun. And before we went on the air this morning, you and Brady had the opportunity just last night to go experience what you're putting in.
Yes.
So even for adults, they're fun because
They
you said
will
that
be.
you all were having.
Of course we had fun. There's different speeds that they will go, and I think they'll be fun for all ages.
So it's going to be a lot of fun, and of course, you want to create that environment, and that was goal number 1
Yes.
for you all. Now let's talk about another thing that, Jerry, a lot of people probably don't realize is a bowling alley. You just don't just come in and unlock the doors and turn the lights on and you're ready to go. There's a lot more. There's certifications that have to be sought and attained. Let's talk about what it takes to keep a bowling alley running from the bowling aspect of it.
The lanes do have to be certified. They're certified every year, usually June, July, and that's done through the Nashville Association.
And that certification says what? What are they certifying?
That our lanes are certified for an honor score.
Right.
If you
It means
come
they're
in there,
level and
right, it means they're level, and all the pins are in the right spots, and foul lights work, and so if you come in there and bowl a score during one of your leagues, it will be certified, essentially.
of course that's very vital to.
For league bowlers, that's very
Yeah, because who wants to bowl a 300 and not be recognized
Right.
for it? I would be highly upset. I've never done it, but I would be
Right.
highly upset if I ever
Well,
got to it. One day I've gotten close, but never like 110. Just made me. I just was so mad when that happened. But so there's a lot of things that go on behind the scenes. And a lot of people don't realize how the machines work. The machines are a complex piece of machinery, but you couldn't do it without it.
right. They're constantly running, so there's going to be mess ups here and there. But we have Brady is very intelligent in that aspect, and he keeps them running.
So somebody's got to.
Somebody's got to.
Glad it's him. But it's so much different than you look back old pictures, and you all were a part of Old Timers Day.
Right. So I was
this
just,
year.
if you saw some of the pictures on the side of our trailer, it showed the old bowling centers and
Pin boys.
yeah, and how to keep score. You know, we all have automatic scorekeeping these days, where before you had to write it under the glass.
Burn your hand, and a lot of good memories. But that's some of the things. And how much has bowling changed from the time that you all got into it, back in the '80s till now?
I suppose the types of bowling equipment, has changed a lot. Just like with a bat or a golf club, bowling balls have changed, and there's some good ones and there's some bad ones.
Technology does a lot to
It
help and
does.
hinder.
Yes, right.
I look back, and of course I mentioned that I've bowled practically all my life. When you were little, you had one bowling ball.
Right.
And now people will come in with 6 or 8 to bowl one,
Right.
to bowl a league. It's unreal.
Which we also added some more racks underneath our ball returns now. If you've been in lately, but we have extra racks under there to hold those extra balls that our league bowlers have.
Those are a great addition, smart
Yes.
move. So, you have a pro shop as well.
Yeah.
So, that's also a very important aspect of bowling, is being able that you have the right equipment. It's like buying a set of golf clubs.
Right.
You've got to make sure it fits you.
Right.
So, lots of great things going on. What's your favorite aspect of running the center? What do you enjoy seeing the most?
Oh, I enjoy seeing people come in every day. I can talk to just about anybody. I treat them all, the same way, like they're part of our family, and just glad to have people of any age walk in, from 3 to 103. You can come bowling with us.
You have people that old come in? Is
I-
that just a good number?
That's a good number. It just ended with 3. But I think we have someone that's like in their upper 90s that comes in and bowls. But
It's
Not
good
many.
exercise.
it is good exercise. You use over 100 muscles to actually bowl.
There was something, it may have been you all that posted it on Facebook. It's 90-something muscles to smile and 134 to bowl. So
Yes.
it's better exercise to bowl than it is to smile.
That's right.
We're
But we do
talking.
that a lot these days. We're doing well.
Absolutely. We're talking with Geri Coshatt, owner and manager of Thunder Alley Family Entertainment Center down on Highway 46. When we come back, we're going to talk about some of the leagues, and specifically today is National Bowling Day, so we're going to talk about some of the other things that you can utilize and do enjoying your time at Thunder Alley here on Know Your County.